Hi everyone. I wanted to do a video tonight on a bit more of a serious issue. I've been thinking about this for the last week or so, ever since that doctor down in Kansas that provided abortions was murdered. And some of the videos that I've recently seen posted by people on YouTube, they're practically dancing over the fact that another human being has been murdered. And I don't care why or what the gentleman did. The fact is that another human being was murdered, and for all you Christian fundamentalists out there that are so happy and gleeful about it, grow up. Just grow the fuck up. Your glee is juvenile, to say the very least. This is a human being that had feelings, that had a family, that had people he loved and people that loved him. And regardless of what he did for a living, he was still another human being. And it's time for you to understand that. The job does not make the man, nor does the man make the job. It's what he did. Get over it. Enough with that. Abortion. What is my take on abortion? First and foremost, I'm a man, so I feel I have absolutely no right whatsoever weighing into this debate, because I can't have kids, so I can never ever have an abortion. Now some people are going to say, well, yeah, but you could get somebody pregnant and they could go and have an abortion. Yep, absolutely true. So with that said, what's my opinion on abortion? I don't typically support it, just because I think there's other options available. But with that said, if somebody's life is in danger, or if the pregnancy is due to rape or incest, then by all means I would 100% support a woman's decision to have an abortion. She should not have to go through the next however many years of her life looking at her child and knowing that that child was the product of a rape or incest. What if the child is going to be born terribly disfigured, far worse than the thalidomide babies of the 60s and early 70s. What kind of life is that for that person to be born like that and live an entire life extremely disabled? I can't say that I know how it would feel, because I've never been grossly disabled, so I honestly don't know how any of those folks would feel. But it's you men out there, shut up. You have no right to tell any woman what she can and can't do with her body. This is not a pro-life, pro-abortion issue. This is a pro-choice issue. It is the woman's choice to do what she wants with her body. This brings back a memory for me of a court case about a dozen years or so ago, back in Ontario or Quebec, whichever it was. There was a young woman was pregnant, and she wanted to have an abortion. Her boyfriend, or ex-boyfriend, I guess after that, took her to court, to the the Superior Court of the province and tried to sue her to prevent her from having an abortion, I should say. The highest court in the province said no, booted it out. Well, he didn't give up. He went to the Supreme Court of Canada and petitioned the Supreme Court of Canada to stop her from having an abortion. The Supreme Court of Canada weighed in on the issue, and they said, no, sorry sir, you do not have the right to tell this young woman what she can and cannot do with her body. Sorry, case dismissed, out the door, the lawsuit went. I don't know about other countries, but in Canada, the woman's choice comes first, and it has been affirmed by the highest court in the land. So anybody out there that tries to say that women don't have the right to do with their body as they so choose, the Supreme Court of Canada begs to differ. You don't believe me? Go ahead, look it up for yourself. It happened about a dozen years ago, maybe 14 years ago. I don't remember the exact timeline. Maybe some of the users from Ontario or Quebec will remember the case. I just don't remember all the details. So anyway, I guess that's my take on it. So pro-choice, yes. Personal opinion, not a fan of abortion, but I accept it as a necessary medical procedure. It doesn't always have to happen. Yes, the pregnant woman could give birth, go full term on the pregnancy, give birth, and put the child up for adoption. But how many of you folks out there have ever known anybody that has put a child up for adoption? It's an extremely difficult decision to make. When you're a young woman and you're not mature enough to raise a child, it must be a really difficult decision to make. But it would definitely also be a very mature decision to make, to give a child up for adoption, to know that your child that deep down you know you can't take care of, but for you to give that child to somebody else to raise it and love it and give it a good home, that's a selfless act that it's just a selfless act, and it's a good thing to do for anybody that doesn't want to have an abortion. I don't know what else to say on it, so good night.